Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our afternoon dose of Big Brother 22 All-Stars Live Feed Spoilers. This video, we have discussions about swearing on CrossFit, David almost burning down the house, some theories on this new neighbor twist that's going to be revealed on Thursday. There's a lot of interesting things to go into, even if ironically not a lot of it is actually related to campaigning for this upcoming vote.
Yep.
Before we get into it though, if you guys do enjoy this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you do want to support us more, check those links. We have our store and also our Patreon.
So, I don't know if it's all the coffee I had this morning, because I had like a venti from Starbucks, and now I'm feeling like I'm living in unicorn land today, because I just feel like this season needs such a shakeup, and I always like to root for the underdogs, and the only underdog that is going to be left if Devon leaves is David, because Kevin is totally going to sell out David. I know we all think that maybe he's going to do the right thing, and he has not done the right thing. So now I'm like, I've been thinking about this all night of just like, what if David wins the next HOH? And I feel like he can do it. You can do it, right? You can do it. They put a robot on Mars. So I feel like David can do this. I need something to look forward to.
All right. So, well, Unicorn Land, it's a bright, wonderful, happy place. But
you can do it. I believe in you.
Here's the thing. If David had not just almost burned down the entire house last night, I would be a little bit more... I want... My foot is in Unicorn Land. The other foot...
I just need some nice things.
The other foot is at the fire department, where they almost had to go to the lot because David does not know how to cook French fries, apparently.
But he can win stuff. And I feel like if we can't have anything at all from the underdogs this season, we can have this. Anybody with me?
I am with you. I have to be with you because otherwise, what are we really doing here? I do not have... I gotta talk about David at the fire. Like, it is... David, congratulations. This is my dance for you not actually burning the house down, because here's the thing. It was sort of... David spent hours cutting all of these potatoes, and, you know, I understand cutting potatoes. It's a lot of work. I also understand once you get the boil together, you got the pot on, you want to get the fries together. Clearly I am someone who has eaten a good many French fries in my life.
You've also made a good many French fries in your life, and they're pretty good.
See, this is the thing. David, he's a muscular guy, he's in good shape. I don't know if David's been eating a lot of French fries. I don't know if David knows the preparation style here, because it seemed like he put too many in at once. The grease started like going over the pot, starts like running all over the place. You see the flame just shoot out of the burner, and then it goes to stars. And you know in this moment that, okay, it's probably gonna be all right. But there's like that split second in your mind, you're just like, is Big Brother over now? Is like, you know, to quote Jose, I guess the live feed is done? Like, what's gonna happen from here?
Well, it seems like Cody came in and tried to use the fire extinguisher, but not the greatest, and Memphis had to come in and, like, just save the day.
Here's the thing, Memphis. I know Big Brother 22 has not been good for your reputation on pretty much anything, but as a restaurateur, at least you can say you know how to put out a kitchen fire. Like, you have figured this much out.
And you saved David so that he can win the HOH on Thursday.
Yes, you have all saved David from burning himself in the house down, and now David can live to fight another day, and the season is not canceled. But if there is no better metaphor than Big Brother 20 than David, a guy we all had a lot of hope for, going in and setting something on fire. There was a part of me that was just like, maybe David is just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going full arson at this point. I'm joking, but you know.
Well, it also looks like we might have a little bit of Christmas and David, maybe something, but probably nothing.
Okay, there's just a lot of... we're at a point here where we're just desperate for comedy at this point, and the Christmas David deal that was struck last night, it is comical, because I think Christmas and Memphis talked about Christmas going to David and trying to talk to something, because, you know, Memphis, he can't really go to David right now and be like, you want to do a deal? Because you know what Memphis does not have to David? He does not have any credit.
No, David's not gonna believe anything that comes from Memphis. So this started out as a good idea of sending over Christmas.
And so Christmas sort of proposes to David, because David obviously knows he did not screw over Davon. He knows somebody else did. Christmas has told him, okay, you know what? You obviously know something is awry with this past vote. I will tell Davon the truth. I'll help you out. I'll give her it in the goodbye message, which, by the way, she was gonna do this anyway, so Christmas isn't really, like, giving David anything.
Yeah.
And she's just like, and I would just like, if you get into power, just, maybe we can get past the next couple of weeks together. And, if somebody offers you a deal in the game and you're David, there's only one answer you can have at this point. And it is not, you don't have any credit. It is, yes, just say yes, David, and lie later if you need to.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, David's now in a really extra crappy position, too, because now it's basically been confirmed that there was something else going on. And he knows himself because he did vote the way he was supposed to. But now it's, like, confirmed that there was specific shenanigans going on and that there is something. But he can't go to Davon with this because Davon doesn't believe him anyways. So if he goes to Davon's like, Christmas made this deal with me, so there's confirmation, not just from me, but from her. Christmas will just lie.
Yeah, I thought about this too. I was like, okay, David, just go run with this. And I was like, oh, wait, Davon's not going to believe this. Christmas is going to deny this. It's going to make even further enemies for David in the game. He's just also a metaphor for this game where David is stuck working with Christmas of all people.
Yeah, who they sealed their deal by her swearing on CrossFit that it's all going to be true. Where we saw with Dan's funeral that when he took Frank upstairs to tell him and swear on everything, he swore on the Bible, he swore on his marriage. She's swearing on exercise.
Okay. I understand CrossFit is important to you, Christmas, but this would sort of be like this. I love Mass Effect. I have a lot of Mass Effect Funkos. I love everything about the world, but not once in my entire life have I come to you or anyone else and be like, I swear on Mass Effect that this is true.
Oh, for sure. That'd be like me coming to you and being like, I swear on World of Warcraft this is true. You'd be like, can you pick something else?
Okay. For you guys, what is the weirdest thing you could suggest to someone to swear on? Let us know in the comments, because David, good on you, David, for not just like laughing and rolling over in this moment with I swear on CrossFit. Because Christmas, you have like actually important things in your life seemingly that you could swear on. I think just that alone tells David, okay, this isn't really anything. This is nonsense, but I have been fed nonsense for months on end in this game at this point.
Yeah, and also Christmas, it feels like, is trying to get David to maybe look at, if he does get into power, maybe throwing some heat over on top of Nicole and Danny.
I feel like she doesn't want to make the strike herself because she doesn't want to look like she's going after the other women, though, Christmas, we have live feeds. We can actually see you subtly throwing people under the bus. And it's just because Danny was sort of fighting for Davon a little bit, and she's been a little bit shifty, and hey, it's not like these are Christmas's number 1 or number 2 people. She's obviously closer to Tyler, and she's been talking, she's in one of the wise guys with Memphis.
Yeah, she is!
Oh boy, I've really missed talking about the wise guys over the last couple days, as in I have not missed it whatsoever.
No.
Okay, so Davon's trying to talk some sense into Kevin here, because Davon realizes she's probably gonna go, like, she's not even really talking about seriously even trying to campaign to Cody or Enzo or Tyler at this point.
Yeah, and so she's trying to sort of give Kevin some advice moving forward that I feel pretty confident he is not going to listen to, even though he may be pretending like he's listening to it, because everything that Kevin has done has just undermined the underdogs completely. He really thinks that there's a way to break into the Cool Kids Club, and there isn't. So Devon is really trying to get him to look at nominating Cody and Tyler. He's not going to do that. I would put money on him just burning David.
We should know at this point, after my proclamation yesterday about the water, which has since turned into an old shoe and a variety of other potentially embarrassing things I'm going to be stuck doing here.
Yeah, if Kevin actually nominates Cody and Tyler, Matt will eat an old shoe.
See, we can't keep making these promises because this is going to destroy it. Because this, okay,
we're gonna have no shoes left in
Kevin,
this house.
you can't, don't do this to us, Kevin. Listen to Dave Vaughn. No, she's not 100% correct here that, Cody and Tyler are like the final two or anything, but they are. It is good to nominate the two of them. They're both threats. If one of them gets off, you can put Enzo up there. Enzo, also a serious threat. I kind of like Enzo, but at the same time, he's got to go. That's it. He's too big of a threat.
But Kevin won't do that. He really has been trying to break in with these cool kids this whole time. We just saw him burn the underdogs 2 days ago. So he is not the prince who is promised. It is David.
Kevin, you don't have to be the prince who was promised. You just need to be like I don't know, like the baron that was promised or like some other lesser title. Just don't be the jester. That is all we are asking.
I think it's too late for that.
Okay, well, the last big thing to talk about here, and this is something that has emerged through a number of different places, especially over the past 24 hours, it is related to the neighbor twist, because we've all been sort of trying to figure out, okay, how is this working? By the way, the feeds, they were on animals last time when we went on here, but I think it's just because someone's fixing the sink. I don't think they're doing the neighbor twist right now, just putting it out there, but it seems as though we saw that little picture of what looks to be like where the neighbor is staying on the show this past Thursday. It looks like that's sort of like a little bit of a platform that's sort of above one of the spots in the backyard. So it's actually maybe connected to the backyard.
Which would be kind of cool, because then they can just kind of lean over and be like, hey guys, it's Dr. Will.
Remember, for everybody out there who is also, old like us, like if you remember Home Improvement where you had like Wilson behind the fence and
That's right.
It feels like that is kind of maybe where we're going. So
Did you just say old like us? You are 33.
well, there's all the kids out there, I remember Home Improvement. Listen.
We're like those cringy parents out there that are like trying to floss or something on the YouTubes.
I said ain't about that life like a few videos ago. I'm well aware of our position in the land of cornydom at this point, but it seems like they're going to be socially distant, so you could sort of throw anyone out there. They're not going to be in like direct contact if this theory is correct. I still believe personally, that they do these twists on like the Friday, like the day after and before the veto and all that. I think it's probably just going to be like a one-day gig or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the whole thing, unless that theory that's out there that this is where the jury house is and that they can actually talk to people in jury, or at least jury can watch what's going on in the backyard. I mean, who knows? I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's just going to be a one-time twist.
Yeah. I think it's just somebody's going to come in, maybe Dr. Will, maybe it's going to impact the game somehow. I don't know all the mechanics of it, but it feels like this is where we're going. So if you need more just evidence here that it is not probably Zingbot, because Zingbot's going to be on the Wednesday show seemingly, there you go. To quote Enzo, that's it. We need the twist. If David does not win HOH and he still wants to be the prince who was promised and still wants to help you live in Unicorn
Why do you
Land.
have to say that?
David,
he might not win. Why?
Why
are you doing this?
See, okay, it is David. I've already said I believe in you. I have been burned so many times this season already. Remember when we were so excited coming into Big Brother 22?
That is why I am dying on this hill right now. We have not had any good things. And we're going to be left with two underdogs, and one of them is Kevin.
This is a real interesting role reversal on this video, by the way. Well,
It's true. Normally I do pour the cold water on stuff, but I need something to look forward to.
Let's have something happen. Let's hope that this neighbor twist turns into some good stuff. We will be back later. We'll talk more about, hopefully, some strategy talks going on. Been kind of a quiet day so far in the house, but do you have the faith in David? Let us know. Let us know what you think the neighbor twist could be. Also, what is worse than swearing on CrossFit? share in the comments. And if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, support us further, check those links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.